everyone. My name is Arriale Starbird. I'm a holistic health and fitness coach. One question I thought I would get from the public is why do we need spiritual protection from evil entities and energies? Aren't we beyond that? Aren't we so advanced now that we don't need these old religions and these old ideas? Isn't all this outdated? Um, this is a sentiment I heard a lot when I was younger, a kid in school. I heard mostly kids, I don't think adults would say that, but mostly young adults and kids would say that we're the most advanced scientifically civilization in the world. Why do we need anything from a religion that's 30,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago? Why do we need anything from the indigenous societies? Aren't they just dirty and backwards? Um, yeah, I don't hear that sentiment much anymore. But even this idea that these are outdated ideas, I don't even hear that anymore, thankfully. Actually, quite the opposite. Now, when I mention spiritual protection and psychic self defense to people, even if they've never really delved into it, they've never really heard about it, uh, they might ask me, well, what is it that you do exactly? And in a nutshell, oh, well, I help remove negative energy and negative entities. And the response is usually, oh, yeah, there's lots of negative energy everywhere. There's demons everywhere. Just look at Soros or Harari, or look at the stuff going on politically and all the crazy people in New York pushing people under trains. There's lots of evil out there. It's all out of control. And even though I really don't like the fact that all this stuff is going on, the fact that it brought the negativity to surface, that's useful. People needed to see that. It was there before. I assure you, it was there always for a long, long time. But now people see it all of a sudden. And but different people react differently. They do see the evil and the negativity, but realistically, most people have no idea what to do with it. And so different people react differently. Some people hide in bunkers or just in their apartments. Some people are praying in churches or temples. Some people are advocating for this or that thing politically. Some people just, and a lot of people, I think, they just shut down. They can't take anymore. They've zoned it all out. They want some sense of normalcy. Um, and a part of me would love to just get off the planet. Like, why do I need to be part of all this drama? Like, I didn't sign up for this. But that's not what my higher power wants me to do. My high command put me right in the middle of all this conflict, at the tip of the spear of the global conflicts. That's how I see it. And and if that's what my higher power wants me to do, then that's what I'm going to do. But if nothing else, it has certainly taught me to stay calm under immense amount of pressure in a crisis when death is certain and there is never enough resources, time, information, and support. And I have to do everything on my own within my mission and carry it out. And I'm still here and I keep going. And I'm doing my mission as a spiritual warrior, transforming darkness into light, first within myself and then in the world. And if you resonate with that, if you feel called to this kind of mission, then keep listening. And like I said, even though I don't like the stuff that's going on, I like the fact that people are more aware now, that they don't think we live in the most advanced civilization in the world. I think people see the big problems and they see the evil. The next step is to know how to deal with it and actually have the tools and the skills and the knowledge to clear that, to transform that. So the evil has been there for a very long time, for many, many thousands of years. Some people believe it's been there for more than 30,000 years. Some people believe it's been there for 60 or even more than 100,000 years or even millennia. There's just different texts that talk about the different types of evil that have been on this planet. I saw it pretty clearly my entire life, that there is quite a bit of evil. And it's kind of a blessing and a curse to be able to see things that most other people don't see. It's a blessing because I can save myself, because I can see what is coming and I see what's evil and what's good and get away from the evil and turn towards the good. But it's a curse because trying to relate this information to people who are asleep is impossible. and then having them walk right under a tank and get crushed by these dark forces, that's painful, especially if it's family or friends. But more people are paying attention now to all of the evil and negative energy, and they see a little more of where it's coming from, who is doing it, uh, and people that they thought for a long time were positive, turns out they were negative. Uh, and people maybe they thought were not so great. Suddenly, those people jumped in and were, committing heroic acts. Maybe they seemed unimportant before. Now, suddenly, they're important. People are showing their true colors. People are showing their true character. And this is an opportunity. This is a great opportunity to refine your character, uh, and decide who are you going to be in the story. Are you going to be a hero or are you going to be a villain? Are you going to hide in a bunker or are you going to be running into burning buildings and saving lives? Who are you? So the question I do get now more often is, does this really work? Does what you do actually work to clear negative entities and energies? And the answer is yes, it works. It's been pressure tested over the last 20 years in my practice, and has been pressure tested for the previous 20, 30 years by my mentor's practice. He's helped people all over the world. I help people all over the world. I've seen the results. I still see people 10, 15 years later who tell me, wow, my life changed so much after I worked with you. I just can't even believe it. Um, when I was younger, I just was not really business oriented. I didn't know about making videos. I'm technologically I'm a Cro-Magnon. I don't really. I just 2 years ago started to make videos, so I have hundreds of case studies of clients who were helped by the methodologies which I teach and practice. And these people are from all walks of life and from different backgrounds and cultures. They're not all the same type of person with the same type of problem. um, and in the future videos, I'll present some of these case studies. They are incredibly interesting, because they show exactly how this work helps different types of people to deal with different types of negative energy, short term and long term. What happens to them 10, 15 years later? Now I can talk about that because I've been doing this for so long. So these videos are not for the faint of heart. Most of the time, people will only seek help when they hit rock bottom, and I feel like I've been working in spiritual ER, helping people who've hit rock bottom multiple times, and it's not pretty. And the stories if you're scared by stories like that, don't watch the videos. But if you are a genuine spiritual warrior, or if you have these kinds of issues, definitely watch the videos, because you might recognize that you have a similar type of story, and then you can see how I could help you. So if you feel that you have been harassed or pestered by negative energy or negative entities, if you have had paranormal activity going on in your life or in your home or in your family's life, or you know someone who has had issues with negative energy that they can't handle on their own, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to talk to you and find out exactly how I can help you. Also, check out the other videos about psychic self defense in this playlist, and the other videos about the different health topics that I have on my channel. Post your comments and questions or email or text them to me. If I don't get to it fast enough, sometimes I don't see the comments. Sometimes I take long days off of the network, the social media networks. So, but if you text it to me, I'll get it right away. I love to get questions as they allow me to expound more on this topic that is very scary for a lot of people. And I want to make it non scary. And I want to show you how these methods are still very much relevant today in our modern world, actually more so than ever, because we're dealing with so much more negative energy that everyone can see now. The dark forces that we've been dealing with for 30,000 years, 20 and 2,000 years ago, and even a few hundred years ago, they never went away. These ancient evil forces, they're still here, just in different forms. The spiritual battle described in all of the sacred texts of the world religions and traditions is still ongoing. That never ended. And there are some really good characters that lost. battles within the war. And so the outcome of the war is still unknown. But the question lies, the question really is, who are you in this battle? What role do you play? Who are you going to become uh, in the process of training and engaging in the spiritual battle? Because it will change you. And remember, it is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener at a war. So to learn more about the spiritual protection and psychic self-defense program, go to my site, psychicselfdefensetraining.com, to learn about all of the services that I offer that deal with holistic health. Go to holistichealthcoachingny.com to schedule your free 15-minute call to learn how these services and my coaching program can help you to achieve goals with your health. Go to the contact link in the description. All the links are in the description. And stay blessed, not stressed.